6:48, time for the morning rush. Now, after 2 days and a lot of debate, the special session called by Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham to address federal funding cuts is over. The governor signed a major budget bill, that was House Bill 1, which now gives $162 million to different areas in response to the federal funding cuts. Well, bills were passed with bipartisan support. Republicans expressed disappointment with not being included in the development of the bills.
Meanwhile, New Mexico food banks say they are now more confident that they'll continue to be able to help those in need. House Bill 1 brings $8 million to the state's 5 major food banks that are still reeling from the Trump administration's roughly 30% cut to a special USDA fund. The food banks serve roughly 300,000 people.
2 men are behind bars after a Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office operation uncovered 48 guns in a home. On Wednesday, BCSO's auto theft unit and the U.S. Marshals made the arrests while tracking down a wanted fugitive. 40-year-old Uriah McAfee and 45-year-old Ruben Gonzalez were arrested. The case has now been sent to the FBI for federal charges, and an investigation into where they got the guns is ongoing. David.
As we look forward to the heart of October, some of us could be seeing some above average temperatures, especially around October 11th to the 17th. So we're leaning likely warmer off towards the western portion of the state and likely warmer, very likely warmer off towards the east. We'll also be seeing a wetter pattern emerge potentially for western portion of the state and Arizona, potentially overall leaning wetter across the region too.
Happening today, attorneys in Albuquerque will be hosting a free legal fair. The Lollapalooza event will have attorneys on hand to offer free in-person consultations in a number of areas of law. The fair will be held at the Taylor Ranch Community Center with family law services offered from 9 until noon and civil law consultations from 1 until 4.
The city of Albuquerque is now tidying up for all of Balloon Fiesta visitors. As part of Operation Aloft, city staff and volunteers, they grabbed trash bags and tools and picked up litter around town yesterday, collecting thousands of pounds of debris. Balloon Fiesta gets underway tomorrow, and it runs through October the 12th.
New Mexico State University has officially introduced its new athletic director. Joe Fields replaces Mario Mocha, who was fired earlier this year in the wake of a hazing scandal that rocked the Aggies men's basketball program. Fields said he'll learn from the past, but is focused on moving NMSU athletics forward. David.
And if you haven't checked out the fall colors, today is the perfect time. We'll have some colors up, or peaking of those colors, up in the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, Taos, Santa Fe, and up into the far north area into southern Colorado. So if you haven't had a chance to, might as well put that on your to-do list along with Balloon Fiesta.
Well, Durango police are investigating a shooting at a Walmart that left 2 people injured. What led up to the gunfire is still under investigation, but officers say the scene is contained and there is no ongoing threat to the public. Investigators say they'll share more details once they learn more.
The State Motor Vehicle Department is now tightening its rules for truck drivers. The department will pause commercial driver's licenses and learner's permits to foreign nationals who do not have a permanent residence in the U.S. Well, the pause comes after the feds restricted who's eligible for a non-domiciled CDL. The change also applies to both new licenses and renewals.
Ahead of Balloon Fiesta, Albuquerque police are cracking down on people driving without license plates. APD says it's an issue in the city. Albuquerque drivers agree. APD will also be looking out for speeding and expired registration tags. In previous years, visitors have been victims of auto theft. APD says they'll continue to put police patrols near hotels to keep thieves away. David.
Now let's go look at that morning drive. Traffic maps are looking clear and no major accidents or slowdowns right now. And here's an overlook at the Big I with one of our live cameras. So many of us are seeing those clear skies this morning, mild temperatures and dry conditions to get this Friday started on your early morning commute.
Excavators strike gold off Florida's Treasure Coast. A team of those excavators found $1 million worth of Spanish gold coins after searching through a shipwreck on a stretch of Florida's coast known for its fantastic finds. Well, the treasure was believed to have been lost at sea on a fleet of Spanish ships that were hit by a hurricane back in 1715. The team found more than 1,000 silver and gold coins.
Wow.
Now let's look at today's 5 facts.
And number 5, we're learning about a stuntman who worked on movies here in New Mexico and has had his life turned upside down when he got a deadly diagnosis. Glenn Love Jr. is a stuntman with credits in recent films like The Lost Bus and Him, both filmed here in New Mexico. At 35, he was in his prime, but everything changed when Love was diagnosed with ALS. Doctors say he only has a few years to live, so he started the Love Life ALS Foundation, seeking to help patients and their loved ones with everything from grocery shopping to dog walks and doctor's visits. Despite his hardships, Love hopes to inspire others and leave a legacy his daughter will be proud of.
At number 4, New Mexico State University has officially introduced its new athletic director. Joe Fields replaces Mario Mocha, who was fired earlier this year in the wake of the hazing scandal that rocked the Aggies men's basketball program. Fields previously served as deputy AD and COO at the University of Tulsa.
Now your fact number 3 for today. We're going to see a low pressure system work its way back into the Four Corners region, bringing us the chance for some showers in northwestern portions of the state in southern Colorado, and also some breezy to windy conditions throughout Friday afternoon and evening and into Saturday as well.
And number 2, ahead of Balloon Fiesta, Albuquerque police are cracking down on people driving without license plates. APD says it's an issue in the city, and drivers here agree. APD will also be looking out for speeding and expired registration tags. In previous years, visitors have been victims of auto theft, and APD says that they will continue police patrols near hotels to keep thieves away.
And at number 1, after 2 days and a lot of debate, the special session called by the governor to address federal funding cuts is over. The governor has signed a major budget bill, House Bill 1, which gives $162 million to different areas in response to federal funding cuts. About $66 million of that goes to Healthcare Authority to maintain SNAP food benefits, fund food banks, school-based food programs, and reduce health insurance costs. While bills were passed with bipartisan support, Republicans expressed disappointment with not being included in the development of the bills. Democrats point out that a lot of the elements were talked about in interim committee meetings attended by both parties.